It's Thursday, which means one more day until a much-needed break. Did you know that on this day in 1893, the first recording of a sneeze close up was done in New Jersey? Here's the clip.
Library of Congress in Washington, D.C.
Wasn't that exciting? No. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated. We are going to continue with our celebration of African American History Month by looking at one of the most in-demand science experts of the modern era. Here's Julia to tell us more.
Hey Panthers, chances are you have probably heard of Neil deGrasse Tyson. If you haven't, you've probably seen him before. Tyson is one of the most in-demand science experts. He gives talks across the country and is a favorite guest of news and talk shows whenever there's an important science issue making headlines. Tyson is known for his ability to make difficult concepts accessible to every audience. He's one of America's best-known scientists. He was born in New York City and is an astrophysicist, cosmologist, author, and science communicator. He also happens to be the director of New York City's Hayden Planetarium. As we said earlier, he has a gift for making difficult concepts easier to understand. Here he is explaining why you don't want to fall into a black hole.
Do this. You want to avoid black holes? You fall in, you're not coming out, it distorts the fabric of space and time, and you're occupying the fabric of space and time, so you get distorted. Your feet will fall towards the center of the black hole faster than your head does, so you will snap into two pieces, and then your two pieces themselves would snap into two pieces. You go from 1 to 2 to 4 to 8 to 16 to 32, all the way until you are a stream of atoms headed to this cosmic abyss. You might say, how could that be? That doesn't make sense. The universe is under no obligation to make sense to any of us.
Thanks, Julia. It's time for the news. Today's Parkland News sponsor is the Yearbook Club. Don't forget, the discounted price for yearbooks goes up after tomorrow. First, girls leadership is canceled today, but these clubs are not canceled. Super Sci U, Guitar Pals, Gems with Miss Francis, Bridge Club, and Art Club, and Yearbook. Callbacks for Beauty and the Beast will also take place. Speaking of Beauty and the Beast, we are looking for several dancers and singers to fill out the assembly in the larger group number, like be our guest. If you are interested, see Mr. Bergman in the TV studio or Miss Goldiner in 1306. Attention to all Panther pod collectors. There will be another lunchtime drawing on Friday, February 10th for a $10 McDonald's gift card. Collect your Panther Paws, write your first and last name on them, and drop them in the bin at lunch for a chance to win. You don't want to miss out on the prize. Now we'll be right back after the commercial message.
Tú nos dices que debemos sentarnos, pero las ideas solo pueden levantarnos, caminar, correr, no rendirse ni retroceder, ver, aprender cómo esponja absorbe. Nadie sobre todos, faltan todos. todos suman, todos para todos, todo para nosotros. Soñamos en grande que se caiga el imperio. Lo gritamos algo, no queda más remedio. Esto no es utopía, es alegre rebeldía del baile de los que sobran de la danza tuya y mía. Levantarnos para decir ya vas. Ni África ni América Latina se suba. Un barro con casco con lápiz a patear el fiasco. Provocar un social terremoto en este charco.
Don't forget, if you want to change schools for next year, get a change of choice request form from Guidance today. It is due next Friday. If you are interested in volleyball, pick up a form outside of 2014 and return them to Miss Butler or Miss Chung. The Panthers on a Roll party is just a few short weeks away on February 17th. Make sure you don't get any referrals. Now let's head on back over to Julia for today's final story.
Panthers, one of the most popular toys ever. G.I. Joe first hit store shelves on this day 53 years ago. G.I. Joe is a line of action figures produced and owned by the toy company Hasbro. Initially, it represented 4 of the branches of the U.S. Armed Forces, with the Army Action Soldier, Navy Action Sailor, Air Force Action Pilot, and the Marine Corps Action Marine. These were the first action figures. The original toys were known for having lifelike hair and kung fu grip. In the 1980s, the toy was rebooted with smaller figures, playsets, and its own cartoon. Because of the cartoon, this became the most popular of all the G.I. Joe toy lines. In recent years, Hasbro has made 2 G.I. Joe movies that were mainly based on the cartoon show from the 1980s. Check out this video about the popular toy line.
Hey, Barbie.
Oh, hi, dude.
Say happy birthday to these students today.
This is the happy birthday song.
Bum, bum, bum.
Oh, won't you please sing along?
Bum, 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 bum.
Happy, 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 happy birthday to you.
Alright, Panther. Alright, that's all for today. Before you go, we want you to remember these words from Neil deGrasse Tyson. There is no greater education than one that is self-driven. So to figure out what drives you to learn something new, Panthers. Have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.